Snaps for losers, man. I don't get involved in that stuff, but
Angel Rashad Milligan rolling out.
That's a good question.
Brandon, you want one quick question?
We can't ask Rashad questions.
Hey, Rashad.
They show up on Plaqueboymax's stream where he's doing the streams with the rappers and stuff like that, and they are making songs on the spot. That's kind of like what they're doing. And so when Tjay and Fivio came over, they were smoking in the house. Max said, please, hey, if you want to smoke, you can go outside, but you can't smoke in here because it's going to set off the alarm, which is going to bring some people in that's going to shut down the stream. And this is the way I make my living. This is the way I got to go. They said, okay. They go to the back. They continue smoking. They go to the middle of the room. They continue smoking. He said, hey, guys, please, can you please stop smoking? Eventually, after 3, 4, 5 times asking them on camera, the guys just decide to leave. They dap him up and they walk out. And he said, okay, love, whatever, peace. This was a big point of discussion because, you have rappers like Asian Doll saying, why are you inviting rappers over to your stream if they can't do rapper things? And then, you got people that are like, why is it such a big deal for this and that? Woo woo. Or why can't I just pay the fine? We have the money to pay the fine. That's what Tjay said. And Tjay said he felt like he was being sunned because he was, kind of speaking at him in a different voice of just like and little Tjay wanted to prove that I guess he couldn't punk him. Bro, at the end of the day, if someone asks you, if you're in someone's house and they ask you whether or not it's on camera or not, bro, it's just simple, basic respect. Hey, bro, can you please take off your shoes? Like, I don't really do shoes here because I have to clean up everything by myself. To get ahead of that, I rather just, no shoes at all. Yeah, bro, I got it. It's an uncomfortable situation, especially when you bring it up multiple times. But salute to Max because a lot of people just be quiet for the sake of the rappers to appease the rappers because that is their entire pull on their stream is to bring famous people and rappers and artists and stuff like that on their stream. Salute to Max for that. People are defending it, and I hear some people that say they're surprised people are defending it. And this is a larger kind of conversation to have about it, is that I'm not. Because since the time we were probably 12 years old, it's been kids and our peers that like people say weed isn't addictive. Weed isn't an addiction. It is, bro. It's got to be. It is, bro. I think potheads are like crackheads for pot. Unpopular opinion. That's what I think. I think that is legitimately the case. I'll turn the thing off for this. I legitimately think the people who are on the weed, people laughed at Stephen A for saying that on the TV for 5 years straight on First Take. It is true. Stay off the weed, because weed is what got Michael Vick in prison for 2 years. People think it's a dogfighting. No, he was on trial for the dogfighting. They found out that he was hosting the dog fightings and he had some involvement in it. But the real reason why he went to jail was because while he was on trial, the judge said, yo, stay on the straight and narrow, this and that, whoop, whoop. I don't play that at all. You on trial, this is professional, this and that. And the Joker was smoking a blunt, failed the drug test. You know what I'm saying? This weed stuff goes back a far, far time. And it's something I've seen a long, long time with my peers, with people older than me, everything like that. The ability to not be able to put down weed, bro, marijuana has set back so many folks. I've seen so many creatives and so many people with so much potential in life that could have went so far, but they just couldn't stop getting high. They love to get high. Like, it's like their favorite thing. It's like they made it their personality. You look on YouTube, like you got stoner YouTubers, and that's like, I don't know. It's kind of impressive to me that a stoner YouTuber even exists, because like a lot of people, when they get so high and they get so high to the level of stoner status, they just sit on the couch and that's it. They sit down, don't do nothing else. Because they got too high, or they high all the time, and when they high, they just mellow and this and that. And, they can't eat breakfast without smoking weed. They can't eat lunch without smoking weed. They can't brush their teeth without smoking weed. They can't go to dinner without smoking weed. They can't go to work before smoking a joint. Oh man, I gotta hear that. Yeah. Folks, you get withdrawals and they start throwing up from smoking weed. You get arrested, pulled over, they find out you got a whole thing of weed in your thing. They put you in the gym. You get bailed out. You come back out, okay, $300 on your $3,000. You put up $300 to 10% or whatever it is on your $3,000 bond. You get out the next day. You go back to the plug house. You get some more weed. You start smoking it again, bro. It's crazy. Weed is literally a thing that is holding us back, bro. And when I say us, y'all know what I mean, bro. It's literally holding us back, dude. And people can't stop it because it is addictive. Like, so it's like, it's one of those things when people say, oh, it's not addictive, it's this and that, whatever. It's obviously an addiction. Because why can't you put down the weed for just the 10 minutes that you need to be on stream? Or the 2 hours you want to be on stream? The 1 hour you want to be on stream? Why can't you put the weed down for that? Or like Max said, you don't even have to stop the weed. If you're addicted, if that's how you create and you can't create without it because you have to crutch and you're not really an actual creative person, you need to be out of your mind to actually create. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, I'll say this, and I'm going now. It's like a person being funny, right? A comedian, like with the five Club 530, 520, Jeff T podcast, right? I always say, and Andrew Schultz podcast. Are you really funny? I don't really think you're funny, actually funny, if you have to be offensive to be funny, Charleston White. If you funny, you are funny regardless, bro. You're funny regardless. It's like, if you're funny, you can be funny without being offensive. So once again, if you're a creative, if you're a true creative, if you're true mind-bending, this and that, you can do it sober, bro. You can do it in your right mind. Because if you have to get drunk, get high to produce your best art and to tap into your highest creative mind state, you just might not be a creative person. If you can't think, if you can't make up something on the fly or think something that has never been seen before or do something that has existed, but you wanted to put a new spin on it that nobody's ever seen and you wanted to push the art to the next level, and you need to be high to do it, you might just not be that guy. Hate to break it to you, buddy. Regardless of that, right? All that being said, you addicted to the weed. You can't stop the weed. That's how you get into your zone. Okay, different strokes for different folks. Who am I to throw stones from a glass house? When I struggle with my own stuff, I struggle with my own vices, for sure. I get it. Everybody has their own thing, right? That they're battling, whether it's food, gluttony, eating late, woman, all the things. We all struggle with our spending money, shopping, retail therapy, whatever the case is. We all have our things, right? You didn't even have to quit. You didn't even have to give up. He said, just go in the backyard and smoke and then come back in when you're done. They said, okay, bro. They just went to the kitchen and continued smoking. What are we talking about here, bro? And they said it smelled like weed. Well, if you didn't know, weed is a very, very strong smell. You can smoke outside, walk inside, and guess what? You're going to smell like that loud. You're going to smell like that sour. You're going to smell like that. It just is what it is, bro. So I don't get it. I don't get it. Seeing, I call cap because it smelled like weed when I walked in the house, and you saying we can't smoke in the house. It probably smelled like weed in the house because everybody else smoked before they got in the house, and it's stuck on their clothes. It just is what it is, bro. But yeah, I'm not surprised that people are defending them. By them, I mean Tjay and Fivio. And I think weed is a serious addiction. And people have been denying that my entire lifetime. And I'm sure it's been going on before my lifetime. And I'm sure it will continue after my lifetime. So yeah, that's that. So
That's for losers, man. I don't get involved in that stuff, but
And Rashad Milligan rolling out.
That's a good question.
Brandon,
We
one quick
can't
question.
ask Rashad questions.
Hey, Rashad.